I'm a teacher. I teach children with autism. I've been teaching for over 10 years. I've always loved working with children with autism and all children with special needs. And I love finding what motivates them to get them to learn. Now, when I was in the classroom, I didn't have the resources and the things that I needed. So I had to go away and spend ages and ages finding certain pictures of things that they liked, cutting them all out, laminating them. Now, that takes a long time. I also knew that the children I worked with were really, really motivated by computers. Quentin is an animator and he also does web design. So we came up with the idea together of making something that all children could use and all teachers could use. Something that would save teachers a lot of time, but would also incorporate all the training that special needs teachers have into something that teachers without that training could use. All they have to do is enter the child's name, and then they would choose a level according to the child's ability. Now, the first thing that the child would see is this. Now, rather than saying to the child, I want you to come along and do some work, what you're saying to them is, come and choose your favourite character. So you're getting them in, you're engaging them before you're asking them to do anything.
The gingerbread man.
So the first thing they've got is the story. The story is all animated, not with too much animation, because if you have too much animation, that's going to draw the eye away from the writing, and what we want the children to be focusing on is this writing. The writing has symbols which associate with the words. That draws the eye towards the words and helps the child to learn that those words have meaning.
Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
So the reason that we've chosen to do fairy tales to start off with is that children with autism often really like the familiarity of these stories because they've obviously heard them before.
That was the end of the gingerbread man. Matching. Who is this?
So as you can see, they're really, really simple activities. What we'd be expecting them to do here is just match.
Who is this? Who is this? Brilliant!
Now, this here, the character, when they've done their activity, will roar or laugh or dance, and that's actually enough stimulation. They're really, really happy with that, really pleased that they've got their character to go, yay!
Yay!
At the side also is a work system, so that say you've got a child with autism, they like to know the amount of work you're expecting them to do. So at the side here, they can see that they've got another 5 activities to do before they're finished. That's really, really important to that child. If that wasn't there, they probably wouldn't do this because they wouldn't know your expectation of them.
What letter is this?
All of these activities are based on things that speech therapists would use with children. So sequencing is a very important activity for them to learn how to say, even sequence a sentence, or events if they're like talking about events of the past.
Great!
Right, so another thing that a teacher can do is if they say teaching a lesson on comprehension, they can choose the level of questioning they're going to use, and then what they could do is go to, say, level 4, which would be a bit more tricky. And this means that children with lower abilities don't realise that their questioning is different, which really raises the self-esteem of a child sitting there in the literacy hour. So then when they've completed their 6 activities, they get a certificate, which you can print off if they've done those 6 activities independently. Because the main thing we're trying to get to do is get these children to do their tasks independently. My plan is that every child will have access to a specialist education. I want to help the parents and I want to help the teachers by giving them the resources that they so desperately need. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. If you'd like any more information, please go to our website www.senassist.com.